think you've got what it takes. Challenge the one in best of one. You know right where to find me.
We have returned to the CGB Dojo, the Cool Kids Club Dojo.
When you go up against the one in best of one, it's a tough battle.
I fear no goblin. If I make you feel bad for goblins, I'm doing my job, guys. I like taking that cool thing that the opponent's excited about doing and squashing it.
True villain mode has been activated.
Why won't you die? Never didn't have it. You cry those tears, opponent. The only one in best of one.
There's only one in best of one.
Oh my god! Let the nonsense begin. Hey, Twitch. How you doing? How's my beautiful Twitcherverse today? Are you guys having it? Did you have a good, for the Americans, did you have a good 4th of July? Did you do it big with the barbecue? Did you go too far? Did you cause a little trouble? Did you make a little noise? Did you shoot a little firework? Fireworks. Kurtman, thank you for the Prime. Right Justice, thank you very much for the Prime. Burn Game, a champion, Right Justice. Dropping it in there. Shout out to Right Justice and Angry Control Mage. You guys haven't forgotten the Burn Game. All these weaklings have given up. Angry Control Mage, thank you for 16 months. Appreciate that. MTGO Beast made a best of 3 version of the Jeskai deck. It's a good deck. Definitely a good deck. Kurtman, thank you very much for the Prime. I don't know if I thanked you already. Who else? Sailor Doji. Thank you. Looking good. Do you like the camera? It's a different camera. Can you tell? It's make me all beautified. Also, I got rid of the need for these lights that shoot me in the face. Check this out. What I have now, I changed my camera to this mega crisp thing with auto lighting, like it really adjusts well to room lighting. I've got the shades open on the other side of my office behind me, so the area behind me is all filled with natural light. So I don't have these bright blinding lights shooting me in the face, as long as I'm not streaming after dark. So I'll show you. This is what it would be like if I turn the lights on. Right? And then this is them off. The shadows are actually like, the shadows are healthy, man. I look pale with those lights blasting my face. So this is me with no lights in my eyes, which might mean I don't need the sunglasses anymore. And that might ruin everything. And now I have to get some of my facial deformities removed because this camera picks them all up. Astrals, how you doing, dude? The one to rule them all, the one to craft them, the one to beat them. Then hit that button to the one in best of one. Covert Go Blue CGB is the one you need. Don't delay. Sub today. Out there dropping bars, bro? I could dig it. Let's go. You looking for the one to rule them all, the one to craft them, the one to beat them. Hit that button to the one best of one. Covert Go Blue CGB is the one that you need. Don't delay. Sub today. Easy. Gribs, thank you very much for the Prime. Appreciate that. Maybe I'll do another video where Twitch chat writes my rhymes, and then I'll just drop them on random beats. The new PC is paying off. Yeah, the new PC can handle the new camera. The new PC doesn't lock up when I try to cast a tutor in Historic Brawl. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. And yeah, I don't have to shoot light in my face, so. I need opinions. There's a real world where I don't need these anymore. I don't need these. God. Wow. Think about it, guys. Means I might not need these. Is it time to retire? The shades? The shades of the one in best of one? How many rings did you find from the box opening? None of the soul rings, if that's what you're asking. I think I found like 5 or 6 one rings. If you retire, then I'm gonna subscribe just to unsub. Is that like a threat? Got me by the shorties. Paul, thank you very much for the prime. Hi. Just so you guys know, with the, if you've been following, you know I've been streaming on YouTube and Twitch back and forth. I am trying to do both. I'm trying to multi-stream. That's the term. And I bought a multi-stream service. It's not working. So every day when you see the streams going on this channel and then that channel, that's me trying to get them both to work at the same time. And then I eventually give up and just go with one. So today we went with Twitch, but I'm trying to get it to work, and eventually I will. Eventually I'll get it to work, and then we'll be live on both at the same time. That is the intention. I'm having tech issues that, you know what? When I'm up to stream, I'm just gonna, I give it a shot. I try to solve it, but if I can't, I just move on and start the show so you guys don't get lame. Isn't it TOS? All right. Let me say this very clearly. I don't care anymore. If they ban me from Twitch, I'll use that to get some, oh my God, I got banned clout, and I'll just stream on YouTube. I read their little TOS and I don't care anymore. I'm going renegade. They have bigger fish to fry. Didn't they just they just lay off like a huge amount of people? They don't got time to figure me out. They don't care about me. I wish I could prime on YouTube. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to do the both, because the biggest loss from leaving Twitch at this point, there's a couple of fans, you know, there's a handful of you who won't go to YouTube. I don't want to leave you. You're the big loss. The second biggest loss is the Twitch Prime. It's a way for people to like support me without costing them anything extra, and that is like a loss. So trying to avoid that. I do like streaming on YouTube. The interface has gotten good. The audience participation's getting better. The bots, the porn bots are gone. No longer spamming links to porn. And on YouTube, a lot of you know about the 70-30 split, right? A lot of you know about that. That YouTube gives 70-30 to everybody and Twitch gives it to some special people. And then the other thing about YouTube, I have full control over when to run ads. If you see an ad on YouTube, it's because I clicked a button. That's not the way it works on Twitch anymore, as you guys definitely know. So I can like run an ad. I control you guys and run an ad right before I queue up or something like that, so you can't stream snipe me. But more likely, when I actually take my breaks, I can run ads. But yeah, I have full control. I have the ad button over there. Yes, so Twitch terms of service, they removed multi-streaming, but then they added it back with the newest one. So it is It is correct. It is 100% no TOS. And I'm like... So, like, what? If they get rid of me, they get rid of me. That's just the way it is. Twitch is just... They're treating their streamers bad. They're treating their viewers bad. It's tough. And I hate coming on somebody's platform because I'm on Twitch right now and talking bad about them. But, like, they are... There's nothing that feels like a positive direction for Twitch right now. Nothing in a while has made it feel positive. The only good thing about Twitch is that you guys are, like, some of you that don't want to go over to YouTube, you guys are here. It's really that's the thing, man. I don't want to leave you guys behind. So if I can do both, I'll do both until they stop me. All right. Well, there we go. What are we doing today? I thought it was multi-stream. Guys, go watch some YouTube videos on Twitch TOS if you don't know it. Don't just ask the questions when I just told you the answers. Trust me. You gotta trust me. You gotta trust me. It's my job. I have looked into the things. Is hate's questions still in my tags? I'm just messing. Yep. All right, today we've got a special thing. Unique special content you've never seen before. Very unique, very special content you've never seen here before. How do I get my chat box? Is it here? Is it roller derby? It's not roller derby. What the heck is wrong with you? You think I'm gonna come on here and play roller derby? You crazy? You crazy. The people demand the roller derby, huh? Let's go up here. I'm gonna hang out in the sky. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Think about it every night and day. Cool Stuff Inc. Where's my Cool Stuff Inc. logo? Just a second. Gotta go grab something. Keep talking, guys. I need to know that this looks okay. By the way, logos definitely not allowed to take up too much space on your screen, right? Dude, we're going full renegade. The people on YouTube say that the chat box is supposed to be below. Like, see how it's below my camera? They say it's supposed to be below the camera. Do you guys agree? Does Twitch agree? I was like, chat's supposed to be above the streamer. Is YouTube chat right? Are YouTube chat and Twitch chat on the same page about this? All right, just type stuff. Just spam me with stuff for a minute so I see how it looks. And so the chat is as full as possible, so I know how high it goes. All right, it does go up to there. Okay, it does. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll need you guys to chat a lot so this doesn't look like empty dead space. Now, I have a very serious question. Are there any Commander players in the chat? Do I have anybody with Commander experience in the chat? I got Titan Lord. I know you. I've seen you play. Okay. All right, we've got some Commander players. Now, if you don't play Commander, that's okay. That's all right. If you have a negative attitude towards Commander and you're not willing to question this attitude or try to figure out where this hostility comes from, you may want to leave. I am not trying to make you upset. I just have a certain job I have to do, and I thought I'd try to make content around it. Doesn't mean you have to watch the content. Cool? Okay. Okay. So, here's what's up. Worst possible Commander show. I have to make my deck for tonight. I usually make it like a week in advance and review it and carefully concoct everything, but I haven't done that. I've been celebrating the 4th of July, and before that, I was at a funeral. I have never built my worst possible Commander deck on stream, so we are doing that today. You might enjoy watching me build a Commander deck. It might give you some ideas for your own deck building, or maybe question some of your assumptions about Commander deck building. But happy to do it here with you and try to make content of it, and maybe you guys will enjoy the process. So I have learned a ton about deck building for Commander, and I've always wondered how I would build, like how I would share that. And at first I was going to make Covert Go 2 videos. Then I looked at some of the response to various format approaches on Covert Go 2. It didn't go very well. So we're going to try this live streaming thing and see how it goes. And yes, Commander deck building is really hard. But you guys are going to help me. It's going to be great. Not only that, this is a unique build, because today, one of the episodes for Worst Possible that we're likely to film tonight, we always try to film 2 episodes. Sometimes we only get 1, but one of them is, how do I phrase this? Partners without partner. Now, it's a Lord of the Rings game, so we're going to have Lord of the Rings commanders. But we wanted to do a game where Legolas counter of kills and Gimli counter of kills could be partners. This was an idea from one of my mods, Mets, and Ben was the person who championed it, and he really wants to do it. So we were like, okay, Ben, you can do that, but out of fairness, we should all do it. So Blake and Shay both have some partners who aren't partners. I'm gonna give away a little bit. One partner pair is Gandalf and Shadowfax. We didn't want to do partners with like broken commanders. They had to be like the okay commanders, not the very, 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 very best commanders. Because if you partner like 4-color Aragorn with anything, it's busted because Aragorn was already busted. So it has to be commanders we wouldn't play normally at all. So the other partner pair is... I came up with these. Why can't I remember what it is? What is Blake's partner pair? Oh yeah, wholesome partner pair. Blake's partner pair is Boromir and Faramir. Brothers. Yeah. Brothers. So wholesome brothers content instead of warring brothers content. And then, so Tom and Goldberry was a suggestion. You can't do Tom and Goldberry because Tom is already too good. So doing Tom and Goldberry doesn't change anything about the deck or make it interesting, right? You're just playing the Tom deck, but now it's more busted. All right. My partner pair is Sauron and the mouth of Sauron. Sauron. Yeah, Sauron and his mouth. Two kind of lame commanders, but the mouth of Sauron, I've told this story a few times, is my favorite character from the animated Lord of the Rings. So I really wanted to make a deck around Sauron and the mouth of Sauron. All right. So This is a made up partner commander. Now, which Sauron? This is an important note because Sauron has very good cards in it. There are some very good Saurons. And because of this, I had to run a Sauron that is not as good, I would say. And that is the mono black Sauron. So this is the Mouth of Sauron. And then we ran Sauron Necromancer because that's one. I don't think anybody's building a deck around Sauron Necromancer anytime soon. It also has the best, most interesting synergy with the Mouth of Sauron. So how big do I have to make this so that you guys can easily see and read cards? Like, can you guys read this if you wanted to? Also, I'm gonna try to increase the chat hide delay. I'm gonna increase this considerably so your comments don't go away so fast. Too small. All right, well, let's go. Are we getting warmer? So we need to be able to fill a lot of screen space, but so we can't go too big. This is all right. Like, you can tell what it is. It's not like the end of the world, right? A little more. Now it's getting tough. Like, this might be it might be really hard to display our deck on screen at this height, at this like zoom. Yeah, it might need to get smaller, but we can start here and see how it goes. Okay. All right, just read it to us. So, Sauron the Necromancer, 5 mana for a 4/4 menace. When it attacks, exile a creature card from your graveyard. Create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of it, except it's a 3/3 Wraith with menace. At the beginning of your next end step, exile that token unless Sauron is your ring bearer. And then the Mouth of Sauron says when it enters the battlefield, target player mills 3 cards, then amass Orcs X, where X is the number of instant or sorcery cards in that player's graveyard. So this mills and this reanimates things from the graveyard. So that's hype. I don't want the 9 Nazguls. I'm going to start right there because the other deck I'm playing is Lord of the Nazgul tonight. So I am already playing a Wraith theme deck with Lord of the Nazgul as my commander, and that's game 1. So I don't want to do that 2 weeks in a row. Now I'm playing Dimir 2 weeks in a row, so that's already a bit of a but I don't want to. Here's what I want most. I don't want to get tempted by the ring. I do not want to worry about whether or not Sauron is my ring bearer. I might add 1 or 2 tempt cards to the deck, but I don't want to be part of the theme. I want the card that I'm reanimating to be so bonkers and good that even if it goes away at end of turn, I did it. You know what I mean? And I know Grizzlebrand isn't legal, but that's like, we want some Grizzlebrand energy. We want to bring back some awesome ETBs, some awesome effects that we can get a lot of value out of if we just do the thing at all. And then otherwise, Mouth of Sauron, we might blink this a little, mill ourselves, fill our graveyard with cool toys, amass some toys, do some things like that. So that's where we're going first and foremost. Fun, right? So, what mega monsters do we want to do this with? Somebody says Ancient Brass Dragon. Yeah. So this is the kind of energy I think we want. So let's see, switch the print. So this card, like when it hits a player, you roll a d20, and when you do, put any number of target creature cards with mana value X or less from graveyards onto the battlefield under your control, where X is the result. That's what we're talking about. We reanimate that. We create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of it with Sauron. Oh, baby. So yes, some other wonderful cards. Ancient Silver Dragon. Now, how many of these giant monsters that we bring back and then copy with Sauron do we want? I would argue 10 is the top. You want one about every 10 cards. You want one by the time you're going to make your attack with your commander. You could go with less than 10, but you don't want to go without drawing any, or you just don't do anything cool. Hoarding Broodlord. That is a sweet, sweet dragon to get back. What else you guys got? Gyruda? Gyruda is Pog. So this does, just to be clear, this exiles at end step, right? It is. It's exile the token, so we don't want dies triggers. Villas is great, but I also have Razaketh. Okay, I need a favor, guys. I need you to spell things correctly in chat. I know, cringe. Because, yeah, how do you spell Razaketh? Oh, I know how to spell foul-blooded. I think. There it is. Razaketh. Okay. I know, spelling is hard. So, like, this is the kind of energy I want. I want to be bringing back stuff that makes people hate me. What is an Elder Brain? I also want things that when they hit the opponent do something epic, because those cards don't usually make the cut in commander decks. And it's important to me that these cards be, like, when it happens, it's not something you've seen 100 times, right? Like Hullbreaker and Emrakul, that's not really what I'm looking for. Shieldred, that's not what I'm looking for. I want stuff that when it hits, does something unique. So whenever Elder Brain attacks a player, nope, can't do that, because this enters the battlefield attacking, right? Soren says create a tapped and attacking, so this trigger would not happen. But I like that energy. That's the idea. That is definitely the idea. Fallen Shinobi? What does that do? Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player exiles the top 2 cards of their library. Until end of turn, you may play those cards without paying their mana cost. I mean, that's fun. I don't know if that's powerful enough, but it's very fun. Savitri? What is Savitri? Oh, the dragon tutor. We might run Savitri because that makes sense, but right now we're looking for the biggie monsters. The demon that tutors. I think we got him, right? I don't own a Runescar demon, if that's what you mean. Give me another big one. I don't own a Sepulchral Primordial. I don't think I do. Sepulchral... What set is this from? Zendikar Rising Commander. I have one, but it's still in the box. I think. Must be in here. Is it in this one? I think it's in this one. I'm not going digging. I'm not digging. I'm not digging. All right. Bane Stealer Dragon. What's that do? Bane Stealer Dragon. Dude. Brain Stealer Dragon. Dude. All right. Forgotten Realms. At the beginning of your end step, exile the top card of each opponent's library. You may play those cards for as long as they remain exiled. If you cast a spell this way, you may spend mana over a color. Whenever a non-land permanent opponent controls enters the battlefield under your control, they lose life equal to its. So you do this, and it's like, if this thing makes it to end step, you drew 3 cards. That's not that good. Sorry, it's just not that good. Archon of Cruelty. Now that's the energy I'm looking for. That's it. Yes. Yes. This is so mean. I love it. 1. All right, we've got 8 awesome reanimation targets. I would love 2 more. And I mean awesome. I mean the opponents are like, what is happening? I don't mean a little bit of value. Astral Dragon. There's combos I could run with Astral Dragon. It's a neat card. Oh, but what if? Okay, so here's the thing about Jingataxis here. This is interesting, right? Because most of the time, you never run this card. Like, you can if you're an evil monster who hates friends. But for the most part, you never run this card. It says, at the beginning of your end step, draw 7 cards. Each opponent's maximum hand size is reduced by 7. Here's the thing. If you exile this, like, if it's going to be exiled because you don't have a ring bearer, which is kind of our plan anyway, the opponents might not hate you because they will not, it won't be around to make them discard. You'll just draw 7. I mean, that's good, right? Like that actually makes the card better, I think. I think that honestly makes the card better. So they don't have to stop and kill you just because you have Jin. So I think this, dude, I think this is it. This is great. All I did was draw 7. I didn't wreck them. But if they want to, if they're being naughty to me, if they're being rude to me, if I'm arch enemy anyway, I can play this card and just wreck them. If I just cast it, right? All right, I would love one more mega effect like this. I'm not like, I don't think Hullbreaker Horror is it. It's too easy to go infinite with. Gray Merchant might go in the deck anyway. Like that, those are not examples of the ultimate power I'm looking for. What is Soul of Emancipation? What was